do it first.
Okay, we're here to talk about the basic of HTML, and this is the Sublime that we're using. And to start any project, what is the first thing that we should do?
Doc type.
Click here,
What?
because it's plain text, it's written plain text, and we should select what?
You didn't select it.
HTML.
You selected
HTML, because we are going to work, most of the time we're going to be working with HTML, right? So, and this is a Mac, but I will do for both, because the only change in Mac and Windows is two keys. Whatever is control is command. Whatever is option is going to be alt. Okay, so if you, like me, you have a problem with I, okay, you can do Control plus,
Use now. That's it.
and you can make bigger. Okay, so what is the first thing that I should do?
Doc type
Doc type. Why I do doc type?
to tell the text editor that it is a HTML
H-
document.
HTML document, and with kind. When I,
HTML5.
there is 5 kind of HTML versions, and this doc type says that is HTML5. Okay, so HTML,
Did you do the dice?
and what I'm gonna create. If you have any question about what I'm doing, please let me know. So I always, to avoid the confusion, I do open, close, open, close. Okay, so I'm closing here, HTML, and if you Sublime has a shortcut that if you do the less than, that's the name of this icon here, and if you put the forward slash, it's gonna complete for you. Okay, so next one, that helps. This is enough, the way it is enough if I save to show a website, a web page.
Yeah.
This is enough, okay? But in order for you to work, to make sense out of confusion, so we divide in 2 parts. One is called, right? And as I said, if I do less than and forward, close for me, and the other one is
Body.
body. Okay, and enter, enter, and I open and close for me. Any questions so far? I know that this is very basic, but any questions so far? Okay, let's do some stuff here in head. Things that I need, because in head, it's everything that that you need, any kind of information that you need to put over in the side, the page, that the client doesn't have to see it. Okay. First of and we're gonna use meta, META. Okay. So it's one-sided.
Don't we want to use title first?
I'm gonna put title. I'm gonna put everything and then title.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't matter the order. No. Okay. But I usually put those ones first and then title.
Okay.
But if you do it in different order, that's okay too. Because this is it's like image. I don't know if you know, image has only one, doesn't have big open and close. So I add this, especially for you guys that are learning, because this way you look and say, oh, I don't have the closing one, because it's already here. Okay? Can be confusing when you are learning and you see the beginning and don't see the end. Make sense, Robin? Okay, so this is for translation. Okay, Japanese, and that is I learned that the Japanese alphabet is from China, actually. They just copy. It's the same, different pronunciation, but it's the same characters. Do you know how many they have? How many characters? 4,000 characters.
That's it?
4,000. I don't know about the Arabic, but I know that's much more than our.
Arabic we have 32.
32? It's more than 26. Plus numbers, right?
What?
Plus numbers.
Of
Plus
course.
so
Well, we
we're
have-
talking about the letters, right? We're not talking about numbers or signs, just the characters,
Yes,
right?
but let me just
Uh-huh.
explain. Like
Sure.
with one letter,
Uh-huh.
it could be 3 different pronunciations of one letter. It just needs like decorations on it and
Oh, okay. Same thing in Portuguese.
yeah.
So char set, we are going to use the international system called UTF-8. This is going to take care about translations. Okay? The next one, I'm going to have a total of 4 matters. Okay? META. Again, I close. I get in the habit of closing and then come back and complete. Okay, now I'm going to use 2 attributes, name and content. Okay, name, and this one is for what? When you go to Google, what do you do to search?
SEO.
Keywords, right?
Mhm.
So, keywords. Okay? Content is going to be the actual words. Okay? Content is going to be the actual words. If it's a bakery, you're going to put bread, you know, whatever. St. Pete bread, bakery. Okay? The next one is going to be, it's also meta, and I close, and the name is going to be description. Okay? What is description? When you go and search in Google, you have that list of options, right? Under the title, you're going to see 2 lines, usually 2 lines. Sometimes there's 4, but 2 lines. Those are the description. You choose the description.
You put those 2 lines over here.
Yes, you should put. In fact, I'm saying 2 lines, but I believe it's 80 characters. That
80 characters.
it's roughly 2 lines. You're gonna find some people, and you can look in your Google, some that has 4 lines, but guess what? They paid for it. Okay. So what happens if you put more than 80 characters?
Is it paying for it or is it by search and like by
You're gonna see
value of
that
the-
those people are on the top, 4 letters, okay? Because below you're gonna see that most all of
I know
them.
what I'm saying is, like, is it paying for it or is it the ranking of the page? Like, if the page ranks higher, like, you can put more description in it.
It's paid for,
It's paid for.
okay? Because the engine, the Google established that it's 8 characters, okay? Now, if you put more than 8 characters, what's gonna happen? Google is gonna cut in 8 characters, so it's not gonna see. So make sure that you have a short explanation, okay, of what the site's all about. Bakery, the best bakery in Clearwater. Do you need more? Don't think so. Because the whole explanation is going to be what? Inside the site, okay? Now, the content is whatever, right? Okay? The content is going to be a description. This next one, and probably you guys are reading a lot in your book about progressive, right? Responsive, SEO. This, and what is all about this responsive? It's about you design make one design, and this design is for desktop, for laptop, for
Viewport.
yes, for your mobile, for your tablet, the same design. Because believe it or not, few years ago we were doing one design for each. Okay, so with this responsive, this line that I'm gonna put now, this line allows you to create one design and fits everybody. Okay, and it's again M-E-T-A. And I close. And the name is viewport. In the content, this is, I'm going to put the content. I memorized, if I can spell it. Okay. You have to memorize like I did, guys. Okay, or copy from someplace. It's called width. Oh, come on. Width equals and comma initial scale equals 1.0. This initial scale is the one that's going to determine that whatever you're going, it keeps the same.
It's gonna be
Okay, it's going to keep the same proportion. Okay, you're not, for instance, open your page in your mobile, and then you realize that it's half, it's occupying only half of the mobile viewport. Okay, any question about it, guys? This is something that you should have in your site, in your pages, to help you. Okay, it's not only here, oh, I want you to do this. This you're gonna find in every website, professional website. Chart set, keywords, description, viewport. And then I come with title. If you put the title on top, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I would use title, and you know what a title, where title goes, right? What I'm defining. Let me rephrase the question. When I put a title, what is it for?
What tab? The tab of the website?
The tab on the website. Perfect. Okay, so you have two things. One is the name of the file, and the other one is the title of the file. Okay, big question. Statement. The browser is blind. If you do something like about.html, it doesn't mean a thing. If I do like project.html, the browser have no idea what you're talking about. Only two things, two words, but only two words, and you can give me one that the browser will recognize.
index.
Index.
Home.
Okay. Home, yes. Now, let me explain one thing. I was in a situation that I decided it was a e-commerce, and the guys, it was in Sarasota. The guys had the e-commerce already, and I want to incorporate inside the website of the client. I didn't want to do separate. I want to put in the same place. But I had a problem because they had already the index file. So I said, if I write the index file, what's going to happen? It's going to override the other ones, right? So I called the department, the customer support, and I said, hey, I would like to do this, but if I do index, I'm going to override your index. What should I do? She said, oh, do home, because home overrides index. So I recommend that you guys do index, don't do home, because this way you have an option. Okay? If you do home because for fun or anything, what's going to happen? What overrides home? You know what I mean? If you need to override, maybe you never have to do in your life, but if you need to override the index, you have an option that's home. If you don't do it, if you do home, you're going to be stuck. Okay, so make sense? Okay, so I'm gonna close this because I promised that I was going to do short videos, and then it's going to be easier to, and I can stop the